Hey everybody, this is a SOMSFA playoff game between the number one seeded Los Angeles Rams and I think the number eight seed or something like that, Philadelphia Eagles. Uh, Nathan is the coach of the Rams. Bill Vargas is the coach of the Eagles. Now, you normally think this is going to be a blowout in the Rams' direction, but in the playoffs, anything can happen. The Rams, did they play Philadelphia? Did they beat them 29-3 in the regular season? So far in this one, it's been a little bit of a shocker because the Eagles got the ball first. They drove down, got a field goal, 10 plays, got down to the Rams 29, kicked a field goal. Then the Rams went 3-and-out. The Eagles traded punts with them, but the Eagles got like 29 yards on one drive, while the Rams didn't get much at all. Here's a long bomb, 38 yards. The Rams are getting right back into it as they tell the story about how they fell behind. So the Eagles got their second field goal. They didn't even get like a first down. They just were able to kick a long field goal after playing the field position game, gaining a few yards and punting. Um, so they wound up getting a 6-0 lead. Then the Rams drove down 13 plays, 55 yards. They had a 4th-and-1 at the Eagles 20, and they went for it. And they hit a blink on Goff's card, if I remember correctly. That's when I just tuned in during that drive. And then they got a disconnect. And then after that drive, the Eagles drove down and got another field goal to take a 9-0 lead. So after that missed 4th-down conversion, the Eagles drove down and got their third field goal of the day. They lead 9-0. We just saw the Rams, after the ensuing kickoff, hit a bomb to Juju Smith-Schuster for 38 yards to get them into Eagles territory just outside of field goal range, although they have Greg the leg. So, well, there's a short game. They're in field goal range regardless now. But that's going to, this is probably going to be the last drive or the second to the last drive before halftime. There's a minute 30 left. Both teams have all their timeouts. So 1st-and-10 at the Eagles 23. I'm not sure how much of this game I'll be able to call since my kids are watching a movie with their mom. So as soon as they're done, I'm going to jump off and go have dinner and everything. So this is probably going to be like what you don't really want, like the middle of the game. And I won't be able to just leave it going and put the play-by-play on later because of the halftime or the crash bugs after kickoffs. The end zone crash bug. There's a 5-yard pickup on first down on a flat pass right to Adam Thielen. So the Rams are stacked. They got Jared Goff, Dion Lewis, Smith-Schuster, Eric Ebron, Travis Kelce, and Adam Thielen. I challenge you to find a better group of 5 offensive players to go along with their quarterback than those guys. And Goff's good in his own right. Although today it's been a little hit and miss. Pitch out right to Lewis, guess right for only a yard gain. And that'll take the clock down to 52 seconds left in the half. 3rd and 4. Big third down here. Now the Rams went for it once already, but when you're down 2 scores, unless they have like a 4th-and-1 again, you might see them just settle for the 3 points to cut it to a single score lead, because the Rams will be getting the ball first after halftime. The Eagles' defense, they're anchored by 2 6 defensive tackles, Gerald McCoy and Geno Atkins. Mario Addison's a nice pass rusher, but he's a 0 against the run. Crossing pattern to Juju Smith-Schuster, 15 yards, and Goff says, I may have missed earlier, but I'm on now. And that'll be 1st and goal at the 2. So look for the Rams to punch this in, make this a 9-7 game before half. The question is, will the Eagles use a timeout here to give themselves a chance at the last drive? And they do not. 22 seconds left. So the Eagles are happy to go in at halftime with the lead. The question is, will they be able to make a stand here to keep it to a 6-point lead after a field goal, or will it be a 2-point lead? You never know. Nathan might go for 2. He likes his matchup here, I think, on, full house against a 4-3 with some zeros there. The outside linebacker here is a 0-5. 5-5 up the middle, and 4-5 on the edge. So 5s against the runs. It's an off-tackle run. Offensive onside end, +2 or -2, and he loses 2 yards. So the Eagles have a chance here to make a stand. That'll take it down to 15 seconds. Second and goal from the 4. The Rams in the SOMSFA family of league, the home team has the good pass defense cards. The visitors have the average pass defense cards. So Philadelphia's average. That would have been an interception split, but with only 3 men in zone, had like a more than 50% chance of a completion. I think the interception split's 2 through 4 with only 3 men in zone. Let's look at the Eagles D guard. Yeah, so 2 men in zone, 2 through 4, and 12. Second and goal, Dion Lewis, single set, 2 tight ends. Ebron's covered by a 0 against the pass. Eagles showing blitz. Are they bringing it? It's an off tackle right. It's a run. Picks up a yard. There was nobody in the zone. But the Eagles live another day. Now, this is interesting here because if he uses his timeout with 8 seconds left and decides to go for it, then he could be tackled. If he doesn't get in the end zone, he could be tackled the half-foot end, and he would still be down 2 scores. So I think he's going to take the field goal here. If he goes for it and he's so he's going for it. He might try a pass, but if he's sacked, the half will end. If he's tackled before the goal line, the half will end on a run. Ballsy call here by Nathan. He's only 3 yards away. Lewis is pretty good guess right, but I think you're going to see a pass here. But with a pass, it's only a 3 has a pass blocker. Let's pull up, just for giggles, let's pull up the, it's too late now, is it? Pull up the pass rush matchup. In case there's a pass with a sack chance, make it a little more dramatic. Decisions. The Rams cannot call timeout here to give themselves to reset and take the field goal. It's a run call. I think there's 4 men in zone, but it's a receiver rating touchdown. If he had called pass, that would have been incomplete. So Nathan goes for it, goes to his maxed receiver and hits 12 on the receiver rating. If he had called pass, incomplete, whether there was a sack or not. So that's going to take us to halftime. It's 9-7. The Rams are only down by 2. Huge play there. Bill's got to be kicking himself for not calling pass. Could have gone up 2 scores. Short break, they say. So while we're at it here, let's take a look at the regular season. The Rams finished 14-2. Jared Goff had 44 touchdowns, only 13 picks, 98.2 quarterback rating, while Dion Lewis ran 280 times for 1,463 yards. Malcolm Brown is only eligible to run unlimited in the second half, so we'll see some of him in the second half. And then he also has Marlon Mack, who's a pretty decent weapon, though he only ran 5 times during the regular season. Travis Kelce led the team in receiving with 70. Adam Thielen had 60. Juju Smith-Schuster 50. And Eric Ebron 33. Pretty good offensive display. They out-yardaged their opponents by 1,200 and converted 42% of their third downs, which is pretty impressive. All right. And the Eagles finished 9-7. They have Phillip Rivers, who's got that bomb. Guess right completion on 7. We might see that. Along with Alvin Kamara, Devonta Booker, Jamal Charles. So he's got a decent runners, but really his big threat is his passing game behind Rivers. Larry Fitzgerald, Kevin Benjamin, Delaney Walker are his receiving targets. And in that regular season game, the Rams crushed them 29-3. It's been a different story so far, as the Eagles have the lead at halftime. Of course, it'll be tough to hold down that Rams offense all game. That would have been such a huge play to go up 2 scores. We're still on our break. There's another playoff game going on at SSFA. Which we could take a look at, but I'm not sure I want to have two sessions of the game running. Let's just try it for giggles. Kind of like what you'd see at a network game when there's two games going on at the same time. 24970. So here we go. We're going to have a quick look at the SSFA playoff game between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Minnesota Vikings. Looks like the Chargers are lining up for an extra point. It's up and good. So they have a 14-0 lead over the defending champion Minnesota Vikings just after one quarter of action. The Vikings will have their work cut out for them. And I didn't close it in time. We're going to be crashing here. I wonder how it'll affect the other game. I think we're okay. So here we are, still back at our Rams-Eagles game after that brief look in. Let's take a look again. Okay, he is back. So, oh, it looks like the Vikings fumbled the kickoff, and the Chargers have it back. So we'll leave this game, go back to our own. But man, things are looking bleak for the defending champs. Gurley picks up 9 guests right. Okay, let's get out of our game. So the Rams would love to take it down and take the lead right here. Get them back on top. They have the ball at the 34-yard line. Looks like I missed a 9-yard pickup by Malcolm Brown or Dion Lewis. Lewis is in the game, 2nd and 1. The Eagles are defending this powerful Rams offense with a 4-3 defense. They have a 6 free safety, which helps. And Ross Cockrell is a 5 cornerback. But a lot of 4s on the field. P.J. Williams, D.J. Swearinger, Thomas Davis. And then we have Nick Perry in the outside linebackers, 0. 5'5" Paul Posluszny is the anchor in the middle, along with this triangle of strength right here. Gerald McCoy, Geno Atkins, and Harrison Smith. I'll tackle left. I'm sorry, I'm not Harrison Smith, Paul Posluszny. So I got 2 6 defensive tackles and a 5 middle linebacker, 5'5". 1st and 10 now, out to the 39. Dion Lewis picks up 5. He's ran the ball 14 times today, but has only averaged 4 yards a carry. So he's had some bad rolls, or he's been called right. Haven't watched the whole game, but crossing pattern to Juju Smith-Schuster, guessed right. That's a 7 plus 13 on Goff's card, and they're in to Eagles territory. Remember, Zerline, Greg the Leg, is the kicker for the Rams, and he's good all the way out to the 39, 2 through 7. So he just needs one more first down to get into decent field goal range, 2 to get into really good field goal range. Malcolm Brown back in the game, 1st and 10, 13-12 to go in the 3rd quarter. Little bonus coverage here. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to be able to call the whole game. Bomb to Juju Smith-Schuster, and here comes a pass rush, and it's a sack. Goff is stripped. Thomas Davis comes on the blitz. Well, I don't know if he came on the blitz, but he's the one that recovered the fumble. Nick Perry's the one that caused the sack and stripped it out of there. Big play there as the Eagles take over with a chance to extend their lead. So they're going after Goff today. He's got the second-year quarterback or second-year quarterback in this set. He wasn't a rookie here, I don't believe. And we're due with a new set in the fall, which will be the 2018 season. Take a look in a little bit. Devontae Booker is the second half back for the Eagles. Off tackle right to Booker. Guessed wrong. There's a man in the zone. My card, your card. It goes on the D card for only a 3-yard gain. Would have been a 10-yard gain with nobody in the zone. Let's take a look at the good old Pro Football Focus, Pro Football Reference, and check out Mr. Goff. He was a rookie in 2016, I believe, and 2017. This would have been his second season. Yeah. So second-year quarterback here. He's already played 3 in real life. Off tackle left to Booker. This time nobody's in the zone, but it's the bailout 10 roll, walking back +1 or -1. And when you're in a single back set, there ain't no blocking back. It says in the play-by-play no defender, but it just means there's no blocking back. Nobody to do the test against. 3rd and 8. Phillip Rivers looking to pick up a big 3rd down here to keep the drive alive. Pretty good pass blocking there with 2 7s on the left and another 7. So 2 7 tackles, 1 7 guard. And he's got a 4-2 center and a 5-4 right guard. So that center up the middle, that's the weak spot. But he's facing Grady Jarrett in this situation, I believe. 0-9 Dante Fowler and 6-8 Hakeem Hicks are the pass rushers. Not showing blitz, slanted Delaney Walker, double covered by the free safety. So this is not going to go anywhere unless it hits Rivers' 7 roll, I believe. Bill says, nice call. Or could be a dump off. You never know. Sometimes good calls are outdone by better dice. And there's better dice. 11-yard pickup on the D card. Straight connection on 12. So 1st and 10 Eagles near field goal range. I switched off of Benjamin. So I guess he was going to Benjamin a little bit on 3rd down, and Nathan anticipated the switch. Let's take a quick look at the box score. It looks like both teams are doing pretty well on 3rd down. 38% for the Eagles, 43% for the Rams. Crossing pattern to Fitz, 3 men in zone, incomplete. There's that good pass defense card. That would have been a 12-yard completion on the average pass defense cards. 2nd and 10, ball to 33. The Eagles kicker is 2 through 10 at 32 and in. Only 2 through 6 and 12 out to the 37. Bomb to Fitz. Nobody's in the zone. It's a long game. Phillip hits that 7. Touchdown. Eagles put it on the board for Philly. That was what we call the Philly special, as Rivers aims deep and hits Fitz. So giving up that touchdown before the half, is the pain is eased a little bit with the strip sack and recovery by the defense, ending the Rams drive and the bomb hit. I'm going to have to get out of here. That is the old okey doke. When you're 8 or 9 yards, that's where the crash happens. So the Rams will take over at 1st and 10 at the 25. Down 2 scores again. 9-point lead for the Eagles. Hold on, I gotta take this call. Hello, this is Dennis. Yeah. Oh, I'm not sorry. I'm not interested. I thought you were somebody else. No longer in the market for a car. Thanks, bye. Here, I thought that was a parent of a friend of my son's, but it was actually somebody trying to sell me a car. 1st and 10 now. Yeah, a 12-yard pickup on 1st down by Malcolm Brown. Takes it up to the 37. Pitch out left to Brown, another 12. So back-to-back 12-yard runs by Malcolm. And Malcolm in the middle has not proved to be as effective as Malcolm around the left end. 2 nice carries there for Mr. Brown. Takes it out towards midfield. Quick out right to Ebron. Guessed wrong as he had moved the linebacker that was assigned coverage. It's a 10-yard pickup. Would have been 5 yards, guessed right. Bring in the heat and bring in Nick Perry, the 0511 that caused the sack before. Nathan anticipating that threw the pass to Perry or to Ebron, knowing that Perry would be out of position and it would be guessed wrong on the receiver card. 1st and 10, 8:42 to go in the third quarter. 16-7, the upstart Eagles are leading the Rams. Crossing pattern to Smith-Schuster. It's a 12-yard pickup. And that'll be 1st and 10 at the 29. You guys all done with the movie?
No, sir, are you on the phone? Something important?
No, nothing.
Well, you came over with something important.
I had the Anna Marie's phone number. I thought it was Thomas's mom, but it turned out to be like another one of those car dealerships with a similar number. So I have to fix the contact. So. Yeah. So 8:06 to go in the third quarter. Eagles up 16-7. Pitch out left to Brown. He's got a man in the zone, but he's guessed wrong. It's going to pick up 6. So that is 2nd and 4, ball to 23. Lewis is in there now. He's saving Malcolm for those 1st and 10 situations, it looks like. Eagles looking to make a stand. They're not showing blitz here. Look at that Malcolm Brown card, like that. Hurricanes on 6, 7, and 4. Nathan might be ready to crank it up deep, try to hit Juju Smith-Schuster on a ball, getting over the defense. Instead, it's off tackle left to Lewis, guessed wrong. It's a bailout 10 again. Loses a yard with no blocking back. That's going to be 3rd and 5, and containment's back in place. $6:54 to go in the third quarter. Deliberate play call here. Goff is a decent flat passer. He's got a 0 and a 4 pass defense linebackers to shoot at. But he's not the best. 5, 6, 10, and 3. He might try to run it here, but it's a slant to Kelsey. 4-minute zone. It's going to be a dump off for 7 yards and a 1st down. Big play there. So it was an asterisk sack pass rush test against the blocking back halfback. If that had been a pass to Lewis, flat or short, that would have been a sack. So it's a good thing he had targeted somebody else. Marquise Goodwin wound up making the catch and the dump off. So 1st and 10 now. 4-3 showing blitz here for the Eagles. You get the feeling that they're like the Dutch boy trying to plug the holes in the dike, and the water keeps coming through. Some of you younger people won't get that reference, but there it is. Quick slant to Kelsey, guessed right, and as this down goes, Goff. It's a sack, not quite as impactful. It didn't cuff up the ball, but it was Harrison Smith against Malcolm Brown. Malcolm Brown's really great running the ball, but he has 0 as a pass blocker. I don't know if this guy's talking in general or talking to me. He's talking in general. A little stock league action. So 2nd and 14, showing blitz again. This time Malcolm's in there. Will he run him around the end? That's where Bill's been plugging. $14 of 23 for 154 and a touchdown for Goff. He had the costly sack fumble, which ended the first drive in the second half for the Rams. Of course, the short pass is his strongest card, and he's got four good targets in here right now. Malcolm Brown's not that great on the short pass. Doesn't have any receptions at all, but he can catch a flat, okay. Pitch out left to Brown. There's nobody there, but the dreaded 5 rears his ugly head right in between all those short gains, and that'll be 3rd and 14 now. Greg the legs 2 through 10 out to the 32, so no worries here. You can still be aggressive trying to go down the field. Goff has a little bit higher yardage than most quarterbacks on the short pass, so I think he can hit a 14-yarder or a 13-yarder on his own card. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, so he's got plus 14 on 3, plus 15 on 5, plus 13 on 7. That would set you up with 4th and 1, and plus 12 on 9. So a little bit better yardage than your average quarterback. 3rd and 14, 3-2-6 showing blitz. Mario Addison, Ezekiel Anza, some good pass rushers there, along with Geno Atkins. And of course, Nick Perry. Off tackle, draw left. There's nobody there. It's a short game. It's going to be good, but it hits the guard plus 5 or plus 0. And Larry Warford's 4 is reduced to a 0. And that didn't make the play against the White Tie 5. So we're going to line up for a regular leg field goal 2 through 10. That'll make it a 6-point lead. It's up and good. And I'm going to be ready on the trigger finger to exit. So far, so good on the kids watching the movie. I'm able to maybe take this into the 4th quarter at least. Give SOMSFA some coverage. See where the kick goes. I'm always hopeful it might be a returned or a touchback, which won't crash it. Here comes the kick. Hello? The spectator left and joined, but it doesn't help because he hasn't kicked it yet. There it is, 9 yards. Now we got to go. So somebody thought they were on top of things by getting out and getting back in again, but a little too eager on the disconnect. Oh, it was returned, so maybe they were okay. It looks like Bill was trying to hit a Kamara touchdown, and instead got a 20-something yard return, which takes it out to the 12. That would have been an amazing return if he hit that. Pitch out right to Kamara. No, he's in the zone. There's a 5 defensive end there. Guessed wrong. I was typing "Are we stuck?" and it took that for a yes. So are they stuck? I would never have returned that. Oh, I see. So I came up with stuff. Well, it could have. You only lost 13 yards. Defensive end plus 1 or plus 5. So I know what Bill's saying. He kicked it. There was a slight delay, and during that time, Bill had been typing "Are we stuck?" And when he hit enter, it automatically took that enter hit as a "Do you want to return it?" Yes, return it. Button click. What's done is done. Kamara thought he saw something there and tried to return it, but it was closed off pretty quickly. Slant to Delaney Walker. Single covered, plus 14. That's a first down. So the Eagles are on the move. Of course, if they come up like 5 yards short of the field goal range, they're going to remember that accidental kick return and be kicking themselves. Small pun intended. Let me go ahead and share this out since I'm here. Maybe I can hand this over to somebody else. Where do I want to put this? In Slack or on the forum? Sideline right to Larry Fitzgerald. Correctly double teamed, incomplete. 2nd and 10. I'll just get some slack. SOMSFA slack. Second and 10, I'll tackle run, guessed right to Booker that loses 2 yards. See, some people will bring in those halfbacks like that aren't that great and just figure people will just call pass all the time. That's what I do on defense against a guy like Booker. I'll just call pass, but that lets the other coach run guessed wrong all the time. That would have been a 7-yard pickup. It would have been 3rd and 3. Instead, it's 3rd and 12 since Nathan correctly surmised that he was actually going to run it. 3-2-6 now for Nathan against 3 wide with Kamara in the backfield. All these targets can go deep. So do you double cover 2 of them, leaving 3 of them with single coverage, nobody in the zone? 60-40 proposition there. That is if Bill is going deep. Maybe you just leave them both there. Get that 7 pick on the D card. Booker 3 runs for 0 yards, so Nathan isn't falling for that old ploy. 2:06 to go in the 3rd quarter. Deep to Kamara, single covered, nobody's in the zone, but he's covered by a 5. And it's a 7, but on a dump off. So that is incomplete. And the Eagles will punt. Well, fourth and 12. Here comes the punt. Matt Pilardi. .45-yard punt down to the 30. 2-yard return. So here's where the Rams will take over, trying for the drive to take the lead. But, nothing is a foregone conclusion in this game. And these two teams are both capable of stopping the other. 1:30 to go. 1st and 10. Eagles over the Rams. Malcolm Brown back there has been running end run on 1st downs, as Bill's been calling pass. But he switches it up. It's a defender X or short gain, and DJ Swearinger and his 4 rating is beat by the white die 5. Let's take a look at the seeding. Like I said, I think Bill's the 8th seed. So the Eagles were the 10th seed, and they beat the Detroit in the round 1 games, and are now facing the number 1 seed Rams. 1st and 10 now. The Rams got the ball midfield, but they need a touchdown. Quick out left to Ebron, throwing at that 0 pass rated defender, and he hits it for another short gain. So back-to-back short gains to his tight ends. Once to Kelsey, the second time to Ebron. 1st and 10 to the Eagles 38. This is where we've seen the Eagles start to show blitz and try to pressure Goff. They're not showing blitz here. Quick out left to Ebron. Guessed wrong, but he hits the 10. The bailout 10 on the runs, and it seems to be a bailout 10 on the flat pass if you don't get the white die 6. Only loses a yard, though. So it's 2nd and 11. Could have lost 3 if it would have been anybody but Nick Perry there defending. Now he's showing blitz. 4-3 showing blitz on 2nd and long. Is Nathan going to run it here? And will Bill anticipate that, switch it up and call run when he's showing blitz? Nope. It's an off-tackle draw. 10-yard pickup. That'll be 3rd and 1. So he did run it, but he decided to go to a zone, knowing that or feeling that Bill was going to call pass. He goes to a zone where he can call a draw and avoid any men in zone, although there weren't any in this case. Of course, if you go in run, that would have been a 2-yard loss because the zone is plugged and you can't run a draw those zones. So we're in the fourth quarter now, 14-24 to go in the game, 3rd and 1. Quarterback sneak to Goff, guess wrong, 2-yard pickup, 1st and 10. Rams on the move, down to the Eagles 27. Maybe a called run there. That would have been stuffed. I love doing those hindsight's 2020, not just because it's easy to look back and figure out what the perfect call is, but because I always ask myself as a coach, what could I have done differently there? What could I have done to make that play result different? Sometimes it's nothing. Sometimes there's not a thing you could do. But in that case, with the right call, boom, you could have stopped it. Square out right to Adam Thielen. Of course, he probably would have gone for it anyway. He's being double covered, but by a linebacker. So that's still going to be an 11-yard pickup. The free safety was double covering Juju Smith. Oh, I'm sorry. Both of them were double covered by linebackers, with the free safety filling one of those flat zones. So instead of a double cover reading, it's guessed right. Both on the quarterback's card and on the receiver card. So 1st and 10, ball's at the 16 now, showing blitz again. Malcolm Brown's in there with that dangerous end run card. The Eagles have gotten this far with their pass rush and aggressive play calls. Square out right to Thielen. And there's another sack. That pass rush is giving the Rams a difficult time. Darrell Williams is a 5, but he's faced up against Mario Addison's 13 with the extra linebackers pumping him up. Addison's normally a 12, so we got a little bit of one downgrade because of the formation, but an upgrade due to the extra linebacker coming. So 2nd and 14 as he's dropped for a 4-yard loss. Back to the 20 now, so the long pass is back in play. 4-3 showing blitz. The Rams pass rush pass blocking is not that bad. 5, 4, 7, 7, 5. But those big 12s against the 7s or against the 5s is giving him trouble. There's another one. He goes deep to Juju. The free safety blitz was not on. So it just went to the defensive lineman, Gerald McCoy 6 against Quentin Spain's 4. So it was a 35% chance of a sack with the random being a 30. 3rd and 24 now. 12:36. So it looks like the Eagles will possibly survive another drive. You might see him bring in Dion Lewis here and try to hit that plus 25 on an end run. Three, 2, 6. The second DB is a 4-0, so you don't want him trying to contain anything. But Harrison Smith could be nice up the middle. He doesn't go with Dion Lewis. He goes with Chris Thompson, who is a very good receiver, and he's going to be covered by a 0. So you got Goodwin covered by a 4, Thompson covered by a 0, Kelsey covered by a 4, and Smith-Schuster covered by a 4. That is dangerous if he decides to double cover a couple guys. Goff is a 9 and 3. Completions on 9 and 3. Not showing blitz. Crossing pattern to Goodwin. There's 2 men in the deep zone. And the sack! Another strip sack. Oh my stars and garters. Holy cow. Ezekiel Anza takes advantage of Ryan Ramczyk and fumbles Goff, takes away the chance at a long field goal, and instead takes the ball away. It'll be Eagles ball. 64% chance of a sack. Wow. Oh my. So the Eagles are sticking with their game plan. Bring in the pressure. They didn't free safety blitz on that, so that was smart. They kept the deep zone protected. That was the only way they were going to get burnt, aside from a long run. 1st and 10 now. Okay, so I'm gonna have to check out here. Looks like the movie's over. Is there anybody else watching here that could take over? I don't see anybody. 6-yard pickup on first down on a flat pass by Rivers. I will leave the game up, but I'm going to. So I'm going to go hang out with the family. So that's it, guys. There's your bonus coverage. Hopefully, in an ideal world, we wouldn't have any of those deep cut. Oh, the screen right to fits correctly double covered, incomplete. Wouldn't have any of those deep punts or deep kickoffs, but it's not very likely. So good luck to both coaches, and hopefully you'll see what happened in the funny pages. But at least you got a little bit of the middle on what happened during the game. I'm out. Okay, I'm back for a bit to get this connected again. Oh, wrong thing. Again, we're going silent the rest of the way.
Wait, Koji! But this is very important because you ignored me. We're recycling. You want this? No. We're getting rid of it.
All right. All right, I don't know what happened, but it looks like the Rams are out of timeouts. Third down and 11, trailing by 6. So they could run the ball here, take down to 45 seconds, and then punt it or kick a field goal. A field goal here seals it. So will you risk throwing it and stopping the clock? Okay, go. Stop. I took the alarm from the TV. All right, let's say the kick was blocked on the field goal attempt, giving the Rams one last chance. So he did. What did he do? He did run it, got no yards, took a long field goal. The kick was blocked. So 45 seconds left from the 40. Crossing pattern to Goodwin, incomplete. Remember, the Rams cannot stop the clock, so they get tackled in bounds, and it's short of a field goal. They'll have to waste time by hurrying up or waste it down by spiking. 19-13, Eagles on top. Is he going to air it out here? Nope, it's another crossing pattern. Goodwin being double covered by a linebacker. Incomplete, third down. All right, there's a first down completion, 22 seconds left. But they need a touchdown. A field goal's not going to do it. Going to take a miracle here, or a Minnesota miracle. Nathan's watching what Bill's doing, trying to look for an opening. He might go flat here to Kelsey. It's a slant to Kelsey, not being doubled. 14 yards is going to take it down to the 30. And he gets out of bounds. 15 seconds left. So now it's a little bit more probable. Because now there's Goff's card has a plus 29, I think. He didn't, well, you could try to run it out of bounds with Lewis, get down to the 5. He's got Lewis in the game, but not as a runner. Because the only way you're going with him is up the middle. 22-31 on Snake Dice. Two or three more plays. If you go deep and you don't make it into the end zone, which is not really that probable. None of these guys have a completion list. Well, Kelsey's got 26, 25 on his receiver rating. The receivers probably all go longer than 30. So here we go. Lewis in the game. Lewis is not a good pass block. Well, he's got a 3 at least, not a 0. Slant to Kelsey again. Single coverage, incomplete. So if he's tackled and bound on this next play, the game's over. He wants to get a short pass out of bounds, or try to go deep and get the whole thing. Like I was saying, Goff's completion on 3 is 28. That would end the game. Thompson in the game. He's a 0 in protection, but he's not limited. Here we go. Upset about to happen, or miracle comeback complete. What will it be? 3, 2, 1. Here comes the play. Taking his time. Good for them, bad for me. Could be 2 more plays. The flight of Thielen, double covered by the linebacker. He can still get on the quarterback's card. And it's a sack, game over. So there you go. The Eagles use what they used all game, pass rush. Mario Addison, 53% chance of a sack against Chris Thompson, 0. And that'll do it. Game over here. Quick okay. And that's the game. So congratulations, Bill. Disappointing in for Nathan, but sometimes that happens. Nathan says there's a fit in. That's exactly the way the game is played. All right, guys, I'm signing off.